Depending on how much of an arsehole you are, you either know Fall Out Boy as that band who sung Sugar We're Going Down, or that band who used to be good before they sold out. Regardless of your feelings on the band, you can't say they haven't exploited the shit out of a niche. I'm not talking about any of that today though. Instead, I'm going to talk about their stupid f***ing name.
Yo, this is gonna be f***ing dope!
So where does the name Fall Out Boy come from?
Well, funnily enough, it's a Simpsons reference.
Of course
Specifically,
it is.
a reference to the obscure Simpsons character Fall Out Boy, the sidekick of Radioactive Man.
Jiminy Jillikers!
Shut down now, there's no need for profanity for that boy.
So why did they pick the name Fall Out Boy?
According to Patrick Stump, the lead singer of the band, it was suggested by him as a joke, and he didn't think it would actually get picked. And basically, while they were coming up with a short list of potential names for the new band they were forming, he added it right at the end, thinking it'd be funny. And like, against all expectations, everybody found it so hilarious, they said, I'll pick that one.
Is there a reason why they spell it with the space and not like...
Apparently, they changed it, to avoid any potential, copyright infringement lawsuits. Because maybe Fox is holding on to that valuable Fall Out Boy property, so they can fart out potentially a Fall Out Boy movie. If we change the spelling slightly and make it Fall Out Boy, not Fall Out Boy, then we won't get sued. Because, they're probably going to try and make a Fall Out Boy movie after they up, Fantastic Four another couple of times.
They also wanted to be able to keep hold of that Fob nickname.
I love it when people just call him Fob. It's great. Such a cool Morrison band. It's like Fob. Oh. Okay, I guess we call Fob. Fob. Against Stump's expectations, the rest of his bandmates also found the name Fall Out Boy kind of hilarious, and they decided to play their first gig under that name, instead of the more obscure emo-y names they themselves had suggested.
Quick, most emo band name you know. Go.
My Chemical Romance. No thought needed. My Chemical Romance is the most emo name possible. It's so it's just up there. As just being like, it's like, oh man, that band was so good. I listened to My Chemical Romance so much in high school, man. That was the first album I ever bought. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge was the first album I had. Because I was like that into I'm Not Okay. And then I heard like Helena and I think it's like, what's it called now? Hang 'em High. I'm like, man, this genre of music will never die. This is a genre that will live forever, and it died in like a year. So this is a band that's gonna last forever, and then like the next album sucks so much shit, and they fired like half the fucking band, and Gerard Way had to change the entire look. And then released Black Parade, and it kind of saved it a bit. But then I started hating Black Parade because I fucking hated that opening bit and how up his own ass Gerard Way sounds.
I'm going to raise you His Infernal Majesty.
I've never even heard that.
That's him.
What? Is that what that stands for?
That's what it stands for, yeah.
Oh, so and are they the guys who will have the heart pentagram?
Yes.
Oh, man. Can we just talk about emo bands for a bit?
Let's talk about emo bands.
Because I was super...
Hymn's songs are so like Funeral of Hearts,
man,
Buried Alive by Love.
Wait. Funeral for a Friend.
Oh.
Is that emo-y? Because I fucking love Funeral for a Friend. Is that more emo than My Chemical Romance? I don't know. It's a tough call because I think Funeral for a Friend, they kind of went and did other stuff. But the reason I'm mentioning it is because when I was younger and in my emo phase, I looked like the guy from the video for Roses for the Dead. We should probably put a clip in now. People won't be able to see it now, but I used to have really long curly hair and wear a big giant oversized green coat and white plimsolls. Before I watched the music video and everyone said it looked like me, so I cut my hair. So I was so sick of people saying, you look like the guy from Funeral for a Friend. Because I had big giant emo fringe. It was awful. There's going to be no pictures of that because I made sure they were all deleted. My MySpace no longer exists. I made sure of that before I started making videos. I do not want embarrassing photos like that surfacing when we get big.
So judging by the title of the video, they wanted to change the name.
Yeah, even though members of Fall Out Boy liked the name Fall Out Boy and found it funny, and even though all the audience members really responded well to that first gig where they said, we are Fall Out Boy, and they I guess, wanted a cooler name and tried to suggest a different one, even though replacing a Simpsons quote is like taking a paintball gun to the Mona Lisa. After much deliberation, bassist Pete Wentz came up with a name that Patrick Stump would later describe as embarrassingly long and awkward. We don't know what that name is, but judging by this photo of Pete Wentz around that time, I'm going to guess it was an obscure reference to an 18th century poet's dead cat or some shit like that. It's like, man, he's so fucking emo, innit? Do you remember the time when people used to wear like super skinny black jeans and then the studded belts? He started that. Really? He started that style. I don't know if he invented it, but he's the person who popularised it. And I never went as far as to get one of those studded belts, but I am a big fan of black skinny jeans. And people won't know this, but in almost every video we've ever recorded, I am wearing black skinny jeans because that's basically all I own in my wardrobe, but you can't see below the waist. Also, in some of the videos, I'm just like half naked. According to Patrick Stump, Pete Wentz really wanted the band to go by this new name he suggested, and during their second ever gig, went out on stage when announcing it to the audience, presumably in an ancient tongue consisting entirely of consonants. To which an audience member responded, "F that, no, you are Fall Out Boy."
Audience member read Patrick Stump hidden in the crowd.
No.
It's like, Fall Out Boy is such a good name. I like the idea. He's going out and like, remember, he looked like super emo at the time. This super, like, guys, I really appreciate what you're doing. You made me come to our first gig. It's like, it's his second fucking gig. And he's going out there and talking to the crowd. And he's like, guys, we're not Fall Out Boy anymore. We are blah, 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 going to like the deeper meaning behind this name and why you chose it. He's like, no, that, you Fall Out Boy. I'm like, yeah.
Yes, you fucking are. Yeah. Second gig.
Like, how up your own arse do you have to be at your second gig announce a name change for your band?
And how good does the first name have to be that your second gig people are shouting to keep the first one?
Well, to be fair, at their second ever gig, they played on stage with Tim McGrath from Rise Against. So I think it's because Pete Wentz was really established in like the emo scene at the time, and he's basically the entire reason the band got so big so quick, because he had already had like a massive following. So people went basically to see him, and then he's not the singer, he's just the bassist. Also, I should point out that Rise Against also loved the name Fall Out Boy, as did everybody in the crowd at that gig, and pretty much everybody who went to watch the band subsequently. And now, Fall Out Boy write music for Disney movies. Proof, if it was ever needed, how far you can get in life simply by quoting The Simpsons. It's like, God, man, can we go back to emo style? I want it to come back. I want back-combed hair and super straightened fringes to come back.
Vintage is coming in, so I might cycle all the way back.
I wanted to cycle back to emo because emo was such a terrible style. I remember like nights out that I went on started like an hour late because the girls who were going out had to back-comb their hair. And it's like, basically, ruin your fucking hair to look like an absolute fucking moron and then wear nothing but black. It was great. I loved it. Man, I want emo style. I'm so missing my emo style now, man.
You can bring it back.
I want to bring it back. Emo style was awesome. I love just wearing skinny fitting clothes. I think I do have one picture of me when I was an emo. And it's basically when I was so thin that I wore my sister's Halloween costume to a party. And at the time, my sister was, I think, like 6.
Is this the one of you in a maid outfit?
It's the one of me dressed as a trainee fairy. And I am so skinny that I'm wearing a fairy outfit, a fairy outfit designed for a 6-year-old over skinny jeans and a t-shirt. And I look like painfully thin in that. And I've got a giant big fucking emo fringe. And I'm stood in my mate's kitchen and I'm half drunk on fucking Strongbow. That's what I used to look like.
True more style is wearing a fairy outfit.
Because that was the thing, wasn't it? Like, oh, ironically, like dressing in women's clothes is a thing like people did back then. Eyeliner was a thing that people so I never went as far as wear eyeliner or put like black nail polish on. I never went that far, but I did once go to a house party dressed as a fairy to try and be cool and different. And to be fair, I did get a girl's number who I was too afraid to text. Call me. Call me. I've sorted myself out. Stood here in pyjamas, hungover, talking about Fall Out Boy at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Trust. I love this because I can't wait. So like, I've noticed we get a lot of comments saying, why does this channel not have more subs? Like every single video. Thank you to those people. Like, I really appreciate, like, you know, like the confidence in the channel. But I want to get super huge and massive and like have people look back at these videos and think, man, I want like so people look at Fall Out Boy and go, man, before they sold out, they were really good. And I can imagine someone like maybe like a couple of years down the line, we've got like 1 million subscribers and like our content's super homogenised and we don't swear and we don't drink, we've got to keep things clean. People going, man, I preferred this channel when they were like before they sold out. It's like when I go back and listen to From Under the Cork Tree, like the preview album before it was remixed in a studio. It's like, yeah, I really like that raw edge. People listening to like our early videos, like, yeah, I really liked it before Karl hired like 16 scriptwriters and 4 more editors.
I'd love them getting like those clips of you going, man, I hate advertising, I'll never do it, and then smash cut to you in the future video going, Pepsi Max is the way to go.
No, man, what's it? No, it has to be audible. So what are the 4 things that every have? It's audible, loot box, and then there's another thing like loot box, isn't there? Loot pets.
Blue Apron as well.
Yeah, blue. Yeah, pay us $80 to send you half-cooked chicken. What a fucking deal! I love it. Go to the fucking supermarket. It's ridiculous. I hate all that stuff.
I personally wouldn't mind loot box because I don't mind getting shit.
No, I want loot box, but I want emo loot box. I don't like loot boxes. Basically, we're going to monetize this subculture and basically earn money from these fucking nerds. I want emo box. I want emo box or something like that. And I want every month you get another pair of black skinny jeans and a different colour belt and those brightly coloured t-shirts with the buttons that came down here that didn't unbutton. You must remember all this.
I do, yeah.
Am I talking into the void? Like, I want it to come back. I want to do it. I wish I had my like old outfits there. They're all at my house when I'm going home to my mum's today. And I wear my old clothes and I'm there because f*** it, I'm not going to see anyone. I'm not trying to impress anybody. And I walk around in like my old like super baggy jeans and stuff like that. It's great.
You're going to emo up for one of the videos?
No, people don't want that. Because if I have to dye my hair, that's going to end badly, and I don't want to dye it and have like roots coming through.
Yeah.
So I used to help my mum dye her hair, and she helped dye mine, and that was our bonding thing. My hair needs to be re-dyed black. She was okay, son, mine needs to be re-dyed blonde. And I'd help her dye her hair, and she'd help dye mine.
It's so adorable, Karl.
It is, yeah. I love my mum. She watches these videos. She supports us on Patreon. I told her, Mum, just give me money.
Patreon takes a cut. She's losing money.
Yeah, she's losing money by doing it. I'm going to tell this story because, Mum, I know you watch these videos, and this is going to embarrass you because I've talked about this embarrassing photo of me. I want to embarrass you too. Basically, my mum's not like the most computer savvy person, and I always order her pumps for work. She has to wear black plimsolls, and she finally got herself like a PayPal and eBay account, and she tried to order herself black pumps. The problem is, she didn't search for the right thing and accidentally ordered pumps that have giant rabbit ears on them and a big pom-pom on the back and big whiskers on the front. And she was so embarrassed that she told all of her friends at work that I bought them for her as a joke because she was too embarrassed to admit she ordered the wrong thing. Mum, don't lie.
Going to embarrass myself for you here, Karl.
What's that?
Nice little tidbit. I used to think that the band was called Rise Against the Machines.
Rise Against the Machine. A lot of people made that mistake.
I thought they were the same thing.
I think it's similar with Alexis on Fire. You know Alexis on Fire? Because they're called like Alexis on Fire, and like people mispronounce it Alex is on fire. Like, I remember I was in Scotland for the Edinburgh Fringe performing. I'm going to need to drop it. I'll pick up all these name drops. Oh dear. And I was there, and this guy I was getting drunk with in the hotel we were staying at. And he was like, he had a tattoo of that. I went, oh cool, Alex is on fire. And it's not f***ing Alex is on fire. It's Alexis on fire. Or maybe it was the other way around. Basically, I pronounced it the wrong way and he corrected me. Because he's a huge arsehole. He says, like, real fans would know that. I went, well, I've never heard one of the songs. You've got the word written on your arm. So, me, I guess. And I remember, I'm bringing this up because he went out drinking with us. And he left me in a Scottish nightclub, like, listening to Tiny Temper. Because I gave him a drink and I put it into his hand and let go. And his hand went like that. And the drinks went, and that drink cost me £7 quid. And I looked at him and went, are you serious? And he just looked at me and went, oh, I'm done, walked out.
Wait, so you were so drunk you couldn't grip a cup?
Yeah, and then left me listening to Tiny Temper in a Scottish nightclub.
How did that night end?
Not well, I'm going to be honest. Not well. I don't know how I got back in. I remember going to get a shower, but I was in hostels, because obviously we didn't have any money. And when I remember getting the shower and people just walked in drunk and were just throwing up in the shower stall next to me and it landed on my foot. So I had to go to the next shower stall and wash it off my foot.
Bit of a step off that little high horse
yeah,
with your name
dropping these names. Oh, yeah, I performed at the Edinburgh Fringe. During our second ever gig, we had 2 people in the audience, which we didn't advertise very well. And one of those people was a reviewer. and that reviewer refused to talk to us throughout the show, because even though it was an improv show, so basically they had carte blanche to cater the show to their liking and refused to take it, and then give us a bad review. It was like, okay, we need a suggestion for, I don't know, a celebrity. There's 2 people in the f***ing audience, and that one guy felt really awkward and wouldn't talk. It's like, there's 2 people, it's like, well, you can make the show however you want, and that f***ing reviewer never said a word, and he gives a bad review. And I remember this distinctly, because what we did about his reviews, we cut it down, said, okay, this is a brutal f***ing review, but we can get something out of this. And one of the guys said, I've got it, guys. And he turned around his laptop and he quoted an improv show. And that was it. And we put that on a flyer for the following year.
What was the original quote?
It was like, as an improv show, this fails on every level. But he just put an improv show. Man, I used to love doing that. I used to love being a member of like the improv show. I was such a fucking huge nerd. People are watching this thinking, oh yeah, Carl's all cool and collects. Like, no, man, I was into emo music, video games. I was like, at university, I didn't like join the like any of the sports teams. I joined the improv troupe. And I performed on stage as an improv troupe, and I wore a little black t-shirt with our logo on it.
No, there was me in the Parkour Society.
Parkour Society. Man, I tried to join that, and everyone knows I was a huge asshole.
Is that you talking about me?
Yeah. I love being that. I was a huge nerd. I'm liking this reminiscing, it's nice. Yeah. I'm guessing everyone's fucking hating it. Sorry guys, bye.
Hi, welcome to the news. I'm Anixia.
I'm Kim Geisler.
And here's your top news headlines.
Yes.
The new highway code is coming in force called Darth Turkey 28, where it is now illegal to look left.
I've been reliably informed by Michelle Holloman that my wife is leaving me and taking the kids.
Rael E. Walters got mugged by a pigeon in the town, Amy Brundridge. And feisty pigeons.
Very feisty indeed. Speaking of feisty, Maxwell Steese has been feisty. That's in the news.
Safety meeting of the Lyndon B. Johnson factory has ended in a fatal accident.
Dandelion, dandelion, dandelion.
Oh, I feel like it's been a lousy shisha of a day, hasn't it?
It very much has, yes. I am a fresh piece of ham.
Your code is RR7567.
Got my barcode.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. The things that are printed on ham. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's hot.
It is very hot. One might even say it's a Caloran day. That's a phrase that exists.
Yeah.
But you know what else is hot? Dogs. Let's go over to our person on location, Karl Smallwood, for the hot dog eating contest. Over to you, Karl.
So hi, Karl Hot Dog Smallwood here, pulling triple duty from the National Hot Dog Eating Championships, and tragedy has struck when competitor Sean Watson died after eating 14 hot dogs in a row. Fellow competitor Taylor Brandwood said, I've never seen a man eat so many hot dogs. And Watson's coach, the legendary and now infamous My Shoe Hurt 69, has defended their decision to continue pushing hot dogs into the deceased Watson's mouth, saying it's what they would have wanted. Commentator Ian Laws has defended the decision, saying that it is in the nature of a hot dog eater to want to continue eating the hot dogs, even after the hot dogs have caused one's own demise. And a sentiment echoed by former national champion Mr. Bad Boy Patch, who in between bites of hot dogs is reported to have said, which our on-site translators, Impy and Alicia, have assured me was very touching and very heartfelt. Over to you in the studio.
One of these days I'm going to grin back all you. I mean, best co-host?
I can't tell if that sounds like erotic or murderous. One of these days I'm going to grin back all you.
I don't know.
Well, you might think you're the best co-host, but we both know I am the king. We're not just any king, the Zeran King.
You wish.
This is the third one of these we've recorded, obviously, because, well, as you can see, the names at the bottom of the screen. There's 3 sets of these names that we do in these shoutouts. It's fucking boiling, and we're shit at this. So, all we want to say is thank you, patrons.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we want to.
We're putting up with these weird outro slides.
I mean, to be honest, I find them quite fun. It is quite fun to find
yeah.
new ways to just come up to read out a bunch of names. And I bet no one else puts any effort in, I bet they just read the names off a list. This channel puts effort in. Sign up for the effort.
What I've discovered is I'm not great with improv. and I'm also not great with scripts. So
The question
what
is,
do I do?
What are you good at? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments what you think Nisha's good at.
Please be kind.